So it's very helpful when a person living with Parkinson's and his or her care partner comes together with a doctor or healthcare provider over time to discuss things together as a team. And it's really that dialogue that helps kind of get in touch with what's happening different from the time before and what needs to be addressed, which is sometimes a moving target. A caregiver sometimes is the best first-hand witness into how frequently freezing is happening, particularly in terms of dyskinesia. It can be very helpful to have a caregiver's perspective. Also, subtle changes that take place, whether it's related to thinking and cognition, or whether it's related to the appearance of someone's gait, how they're walking. These are things that sometimes can be difficult to monitor for yourself. So you may not notice little changes that happen over time where the person who stands side by side with you can be a useful voice to kind of describe what's happening and help draw out the advice that's going to be most useful.
My wife is always in on the part of the conversation when we come to the doctor for a visit, because her input is probably better than mine because I've got a foggy brain or something. So I want her there and I want his input to her, and she's very good about that. I don't think she's missed an appointment since I've been in this program.
When I'm at the doctor visits, I don't say too much because, for one thing, I'm ready to hear what he has to say. And the information they want, is from him. He's not always accurate. He'll forget something, or, sometimes I see it a little differently. And so towards the end, I'll add a few things, but I'm there just to listen and support and remember what she says, because sometimes, he doesn't remember everything.
You may get a lot of information coming towards you during that time. You may be at the peak of your medicine when you're the most aware and the most comfortable, or you may be at the lowest point of your medicine where it may be harder to focus on all of this information. And having a second set of ears can be helpful to go home and be able to kind of review the advice that was given and to implement the changes that were there and to think of the right questions to ask that may come up. It's also helpful to have someone who sees you regularly on a daily basis that can kind of give some extra input on how things are going with balance, with freezing, with sleep. Sometimes it can be hard to report on how your sleep is doing or how your thinking is doing. So it's really a team approach.